San Diego, there was a release event of the 49th season that Broadway San Diego organized, and it was so good. It was amazing. I was invited to it, so I want to walk you through to everything that happened, and then we're gonna get into the musicals. So we're gonna start with the event. So I got invited, and I was not sure how it was gonna be. Broadway San Diego was a little bit mysterious to everything because of course they did not want to show the musicals that were coming. So before going to this event, I was completely empty. The only thing is that they told me to be prepared for my reactions because they were so excited about this upcoming season, and I knew that I wanted to record my reaction to every musical that they were gonna be announcing. I did also my predictions video, and I was 99% sure I was gonna get almost everyone correct. So yeah, I mean, I went with my friend that always comes along with me into every musical that I go to. So we got into the San Diego Civic Theatre, and the people from Broadway San Diego are so nice. It was so nice meeting all of you. If you're watching this video, thank you so much for everything that you did. So yeah, we were given some VIP wristbands, so we would be able to be on the first rows of the San Diego Civic Theatre. And we knew that there were gonna be a couple of presentations, but we did not know which ones would it be, who would come. So yeah, but I mean, I took almost like the middle part of the third row, I think it was. I was prepared to be surprised, to know what musicals were coming to San Diego in the second part of 2026, the beginning of 2027. And it started with Joe as the anchor, as a presenter of this whole event. And I got the chance to speak with Joe. He's such a nice guy, and he had this attitude going into the event, just so excited, having everyone excited. And then it started. We started to have announcement after announcement after announcement. So just to keep this story short, I'm gonna give you a brief announcement of every musical and play that will be coming to San Diego. So we are gonna have Oh Mary. I mean, this is a Tony Award winner. Also, this was a Pulitzer finalist. So of course, this is a play that is gonna be a must. And the rest of the program, it's just gonna be musicals. So that's amazing as well. We're gonna have The Outsiders coming back to San Diego after their run in La Jolla, before they went to go on Broadway and have the amazing run that they've been having so far. So we're gonna have The Outsiders, Buena Vista Social Club, and we're gonna get the three most nominated musicals from these past Tony Award season. So we have Buena Vista Social Club, maybe Happy Ending, and Death Becomes Her. We're also gonna have Operation Mincemeat. As we know, Operation is not only doing a US tour, they are also doing a global tour, going to many countries. So this is one of those musicals that we wanna keep an eye on. And also we're gonna have The Great Gatsby, and as part of the added season, we're gonna have Phantom of the Opera, even though this was already announced not too long ago. So we knew that Phantom of the Opera is coming to San Diego. And also we're gonna have The Lion King and Mamma Mia. So these are all the musicals coming to this amazing season, and it's just gonna be great. I mean, all musicals that are currently on Broadway, including the play Oh Mary, they're still on Broadway. So all musicals from Broadway straight to San Diego. It's just gonna be such an amazing season. We had a special presentation. So for example, we had great expectations from The Outsiders, all the different performance that we got here in San Diego. And I'm gonna show a little bit of what they said about the musicals. I was able to speak with Nasha about Death Becomes Her, and this is what she said.
I mean, if you're coming to see Death Becomes Her, I hope you have a tissue for the tears that you're gonna have from laughing the entire time. Just an incredible book, incredible lyrics, incredible people who are going to be in the show. Expect to laugh. for eternity.
And also I was able to speak with Branson with Phantom of the Opera, and this is what we can expect, including his favorite Easter eggs. This is a Macintosh production, one of the most known productions on Phantom of the Opera. Can you tell us about the show and what can we expect for this tour?
Yes, so we have the original Maria Bjornsson designs. We have the original Hal Prince, based on the original Hal Prince direction, the original Gillian Lynn choreography. So if you ever saw it on Broadway, you're going to get a fresh, revitalized version of that show. It's going to look, feel, and sound like you remember, only built for 2026, built to tour. It's so beautiful. It's heartfelt. It's opulent. It's sexy. It's mysterious. It's wonderful.
I always love having little Easter eggs, either musically, lyrically, with the performances itself. Can you tell us what's your favorite Easter egg on this show?
Yes, well, our tour features the original elephant from the Broadway productions. So we took it off the majestic stage and we brought it with us on tour. So that's my Easter egg for you.
And finally, we had Daniel Brackett. He did an amazing performance of Jenny from Maybe Happy Ending.
You can expect a funny, heartfelt story of unlikely lovers, and you can bet that you'll be with them from the jump. Like, this show really takes you on a journey, and it will have you leaving the theater feeling changed, and it will give you something to talk about for the rest of the night, week, month, year, and I think everyone's really gonna love it.
And once again, overall, this was such an amazing experience. I was so excited hearing all the different musicals that will be coming to San Diego in this upcoming 49th season, and I hope that you are as excited as I am. And now, without further ado, I'm gonna speak about each show specifically with the press release that we got sent, and of course for that I will be reading it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do it in order of the shows that we're gonna have. So this is gonna be chronologically, and we're gonna start with the only play of the season, that is Oh Mary. This play will be from September 29th to October 4th from this year, 2026, so just a couple of months. And this will be after Phantom, because Phantom will be like 1 week before it. Oh Mary is a dark comedy about a miserable, suffocated Mary Todd Lincoln in the weeks leading up to Abraham Lincoln assassination. Unrequited yearning, alcoholism, and suppressed desires abound in this 80-minute one-act play that finally examines the forgotten life and dreams of Mrs. Lincoln through the lens of an idiot, playwright Cole Scola. Declared one of the best comedies in years by the New York Times, Oh Mary received 2 Tony Awards, including Best Direction of a Play, Sam Pinkelton, Drama League Awards for Outstanding Play and Outstanding Direction of a Play, as well as a special citation from the New York Drama Critics. It was named a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. This is one of the plays that we got very lucky to have here in San Diego, and this is gonna be a must of this season, to be honest. And now, after Oh Mary, we're gonna have The Outsiders. These will be from November 3rd to November 8th from, as well, 2026. And the winner of 4 2024 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, is The Outsiders, adapted from S.E. Hinton's seminal novel and Francis Ford Coppola's iconic film. This thrilling new musical features a book by Adam Rapp with Justin Levine, music and lyrics by James Down. Revival, Jonathan Clay, and Zach Chance. Music supervision, orchestration, and arrangements by Justin. Choreography by Rick Copperman and Jeff Copperman. And direction by Tony Award winner Dania Tamer. Entertainment Weekly says The Outsider has the power to inspire an entire generation. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1967, Ponyboy Curtis, his best friends Johnny Cade, and their greaser family of outsiders battle with their affluent rivals, the Sashes. The Outsiders navigates the complexities of self-discovery as the Greasers dream about who they want to become in a world that may never accept them. With a dynamic original score, The Outsiders is a story of friendship, family, belonging, and the realization that there is still lots of good in this world. So of course as well, it was not mentioned here on the press release, but as I mentioned before, this is coming back to San Diego. When this musical was recently created, it had previews in the amazing La Jolla Playhouse. We know that is one of the best places for musicals to born and grow before they go into Broadway. Very recently we had Idina Menzel Redwood that, yes, it had a little short-lived in Broadway, but I mean, The Outsiders coming back to San Diego, this is just gonna be such an amazing performance. They won Best Musical, so of course this is gonna be such an amazing experience to anyone that doesn't know what The Outsiders is about. Next up, we have Buena Vista Social Club. This is April 13th to April 18th, 2027. It's been years since legendary singer Omara Portuondo last entered a recording studio. Once known as the Queen of Feeling, her voice was celebrated throughout Cuba, until she vanished from the spotlight. But when an ambitious young record producer brings her a rare opportunity, the elusive diva must finally reckon with her past. Hailed as a jaw-dropping, soul-stirring must-see, the Tony and Grammy Award-winning Buena Vista Social Club is a journey through music and memory into the beating heart of Havana. A world-class company brings the story of the iconic album to thrilling life in this tale of big dreams, second chances, and music that needs no translation. Actually, I was speaking with my dad about this musical, and I was not aware about the cultural impact that Buena Vista Social Club have. If you grew up in a Latino house, if you listen to the original album or the cast recording, you're gonna hear song after song and you're gonna be like, oh, is this song from Buena Vista Social Club? Oh, is this song from Buena Vista Social Club? So of course, this is another must to anyone that wants to see this musical. It's just such a great experience. And after this, we're gonna have Operation Mincemeat, a new musical. This will be April 20th, 25 from 2027. It's not just the best musical I've seen, it's the most rewarding theatrical experience I've ever had. How did a dead body, a fake love letter, and of all, I Am Fleming turn the tide of World War II? Olivier Award winner for Best New Musical and 2025 Tony winner Operation Mincemeat, a new musical, is the best reviewed show in the West End history with 88 5-star reviews and the #1 Broadway show of 2025. It's 1943 and the Allies are on the ropes. Luckily, they are about to gamble our futures on a stolen corpse. Singing in the Rain meets Strangers on a Train in the fast-paced, hilarious true story of the secret mission that won World War II. They're having a global tour. It's the only one of all these musicals having a global tour at the moment of this recording. Of course, many people love the show. It was one of the most talked about as well. And yeah, it's coming to San Diego. And after it, we have the second of the 3 most nominated from the past season. So we have Maybe Happy Ending. Winner of 6 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Maybe Happy Ending tells a deeply human story of a chance encounter that sparks connection, adventure, and maybe even love. Helped by Tony Award-winning director Michael Arden, Maybe Happy Ending has been called one of the best musicals in years, and even the best musicals in eons. Don't miss a totally original new musical adventure that explores what it means to be human, even if they are not. Now, there is the elephant in the room on this one, and I know that the reason why this musical was so beloved and continues to do so, it is because their leads, Helen and Darren Kress, of course, as we know, in touring productions, they do not have the original cast. It's very rare when that happens. So I gotta speak with Daniel about this exact situation, and I want to show you what he said because I think it truly reflects my same thoughts. So I'm gonna put the interview here. When it comes about tours, many of the people might expect the same actors. You know, it's a little bit different. I love touring companies because they put a little bit of their own spin to the shows. On your perspective, what would you say to anyone wanting to see the show and saying like, if it's not there in Chris, I might not want to see the show?
Totally, I completely get that. I'm the same way for certain shows sometimes, especially if you want to see someone specific. But I will say for Maybe Happy Ending in particular, I don't think the story will disappoint you whatsoever. Even though Darren won't be out on the road, you can still expect an amazing show and something that will really move you.
Now we have The Great Gatsby, June 22nd, June 27th from 2027. The party's roaring in San Diego. The Great Gatsby is a Broadway extravaganza that explodes with life and energy. Based on the classic American novel by F. Scott Fitzgerald, the Tony Award-winning new musical is an unforgettable journey of love, wealth, and tragedy that brings the roaring 20s to life on stage. Directed by Mark Bruni, this story of extravagance and longing features choreography by Dominic Kelly, a book by Keith Kerrigan, and a jazz and pop influence original score by Jason Howland and Nathan Tyson. This is one of the most known musicals currently on Broadway. Right now, this is bringing headlines in Broadway because of their leads. Jeremy Jordan returns, as well as Eva Noblezada. And after it, we're gonna have Death Becomes Her. And finally, this is the third of the three most nominated musicals of this past Tony Award season, and these will be from August 10th to August 15th, 2027. The Tony Award winning perfect musical comedy, some people will do anything to look eternally fabulous, but famous actress Madeline Ashton and her best frenemy Helen Sharp are about to go too far. Thanks to a mysterious woman named Viola Van Horn and a secret potion that's to die for. Death Becomes Her is a Tony Award winning drop-dead hilarious new musical comedy based on the classic 1992 film with direction and choreography by Tony winner Christopher Gattelli. Death Becomes Her is a laugh-filled, tomful musical to die for. See it now and laugh for eternity. And of course, as we know, this is a very memeable show. For example, we have this meme.
That was rude. That was pretty fucking rude.
This is gonna be one of the most funny shows that we're gonna have on the 49th season. So this is one of the most as well. So it seems that something happened with the camera, so I had to re-record this part, so I'm sorry if it looks different. But yeah, we're going now to the added events from this season. We're gonna start with Phantom of the Opera, September 2nd to September 13th, 2026. The brilliant original returns more spectacular than ever. The Phantom is back to thrill audiences once again. Cameron Mackintosh presents a revitalized new production of Andrew Lloyd Webber's legendary musical, The Phantom of the Opera, which was rapturously received by London critics when it reopened in 2021, featuring Maria Bjornson's brilliant original design and based on the celebrated direction of Harold Price, with musical staging and choreography by Gillian Lynn. The Phantom of the Opera is widely considered one of the most beautiful and spectacular productions in history, playing to over 160 million people in 52 territories and 217 cities in 21 languages. Andrew Lloyd Webber's romantic, haunting, and soaring score includes the music of the night, All I Ask for of You, Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, Masquerade, and the iconic title song. It tells a tale of a disfigured musical genius known mostly as the Phantom, who haunts the depths of the Paris Opera House, mesmerized by the talents and beauty of a young soprano, Christine. The Phantom lures her as his protege and falls fiercely in love with her. So of course, this is one of the most longest shows that we've had in the history of musicals. This is one of the most classic and beloved musicals that there is. And of course, this is also a Mackintosh production. Given that there's been so many productions, one of the most beloved is the Mackintosh one. So having it back on tour is just so amazing. And I got the chance to speak with one of the cast members, as I previewed a little bit before, and I asked him about what can we expect of this tour? So here is what Bronson said.
Right. I think when we are introducing this to a whole new generation of people, and that's so important, a lot of people can't come to New York to experience theater, so we like to bring it to your backyard. So it's a lot more accessible, physically and financially accessible. We get to introduce this show to a whole new generation of people. I was introduced to it when I was 10 years old, and now I've made my life's career doing it. So I want to do that for other 10-year-olds and 100-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Now, following up, we have Disney's The Lion King. This will be February 18th to March 7th, 2027. Giraffe strut, bird swoop, gazelle sleep, the entire Serengeti comes to life as never before, and as the music soars, Pride Rock slowly emerges from the mist. This is Disney's The Lion King, making its triumphant return to the San Diego Civic Theatre. More than 127 million people around the world have experienced the awe-inspiring visual artistry, the unforgettable music, and the uniquely theatrical storytelling of this Broadway spectacular, one of the most breathtaking and beloved productions ever to grace the stage. Winner of 6 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, The Lion King brings together one of the most imaginative, creative teams on Broadway. Tony Award-winning director Julie Taymor brings the story a story filled with hope and adventure, set against an amazing backdrop of stunning visuals. The Lion King also features the extraordinary work of Tony Award-winning choreographer Garth Fagan, and some of Broadway's most recognizable music, crafted by Tony Award-winning artists Elton John and Tim Rice. There is simply nothing else like The Lion King. This is also one of the most classic musicals that there is. This is one of the 2 most sold out shows on Christmas on Broadway, including Wicked. And Lion King, it's even worse. Like, if you want to see The Lion King on Christmas, be ready to spend a lot of money. So of course, having it back to San Diego after a couple of years is just such an amazing experience. I haven't seen this personally, so I'm really excited to see The Lion King. And yeah, to end the whole season of added events, we're gonna have Mamma Mia. We have this on June 15 to June 20, 2027. A mother, a daughter, 3 possible dads, and a trip down the aisle you'll never forget. Set on a Greek island paradise where the sun always shines, a tale of love, friendship, and identity is beautifully told through the timeless hits of ABBA. On the eve of her wedding, a daughter's quest to discover the father she's never known brings 3 men from her mother's past back to the island they visited decades ago. For over 25 years, people all around the world have fallen in love with the characters, the story, and the music that make Mamma Mia the ultimate feel-good show. So once again, all added events are classic, timeless classic of Broadway. Mamma Mia is one of those musicals that anyone can love. And with that, we have the whole season. As I mentioned, and as I told you earlier, this is such an amazing season. Broadway San Diego, you did it again. I mean, usually when it comes about musicals, we had like 1 or 2 that were big hits or Tony nominated shows, but right now, all the shows are currently on Broadway. If you go to Broadway right now, you can see all of those shows and play, including All Mary. But yeah, I mean, we have the 3 most nominated from the past season. We have That Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, Buena, Vista Social Club. We have All Mary, Operation Mincemeat, The Outsider, The Great Gatsby, Phantom. There is just a lot to see. There is something for each different person. But yeah, I wanted to tell you all about the season. I wanted to let you know also about the event, the amazing event that Broadway San Diego did. But leave in the comments, which show are you most excited about? Also, just to remind you, if you don't follow me on my socials, I would gladly appreciate it. I upload all the information regarding any information in San Diego, rush ticket announcements, reminders of which musical is coming up next, and I upload a bunch of things. And that will be all on my end. Thank you so much for listening to this video. My name is Joel Casillas, and I'll see you behind the anchor.